Drop a bomb, 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 bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Ooh, look at this.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too look at this.
None can compare with the KG Don. Better take cover when he drops that.
Bomb,
Going
bomb,
on reckless, trust it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
Bomb, bomb, bomb. I said drop a bomb, Dad.
Yeah, people, what's really good? What's going on? Good morning. Good morning, delegation. What's cracking? It's Joe Blackman Day as well. You should know this by now. Friday, my day, high day, whatever you want to call it. But you should know every Friday is a Joe show. But what's really good? Hope everybody's doing well on this Friday. It's a nice day outside today, actually. Hope everybody's having a good day. First things first, let's handle housekeeping. If you've been here for a while, if you've been waiting, I hope you've already hit the like button. If you're brand new to the show, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Yeah? So, guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Bruno Fernandes' sacrifice. Let's talk about it. And you know what, actually? Somebody I was watching earlier, you know, we're associated with different shows. Obviously, I was watching Owen. Owen was giving a good rundown of what happened with Bruno and what's been going on for the last couple of days. And I thought, you know what I'll do? And that's what took me so long, by the way. That's the only reason I'm late. I thought I would just record it. So I'm going to let, this is lazy work, by the way. Watch this. I'm going to let Owen explain to you what we're going to be talking about today.
The couple of weeks or so regarding this right here. Bruno Fernandes to Saudi Arabia. If you're just tuning in, the latest news of the last, 12 hours or so, last night we saw there was Bruno Fernandes' agent was in the Four Seasons in Riyadh. Then Al Hilal CEO was spotted in the same hotel for talks. Ben Jacobs subsequently comes out, says, yep, those talks have happened. Those talks are ongoing. Those talks have been productive. They initially had a deadline of Thursday to get the green light for this deal. Now it's going to be over the next couple of days to see if they can thrash a deal out. Then this morning, we hear from the likes of Samuel Utkus, from the BBC, from the Times, from Laurie Whitwell, from the Athletic, all saying the same thing. Bruno Fernandes, the Manchester United captain, is reportedly seriously considering a move to Al Hilal. Laurie Whitwell suggesting that the Saudi club are willing to triple his current salary. He's on around £300,000 a week at Manchester United. That means his new contract at this Saudi club, if he was to choose to go there, would be close to £1 million per week. Generational wealth, generational money. In addition, Al Hilal reported they're willing to pay Manchester United £80 million for the captain. Now, some would say that's on the low side. That could just be a beginning point to negotiate. But the big question is now, what decision does Bruno come to? Does he decide, I can't turn down that kind of contract? Do Manchester United decide we can't turn down that kind of money? Or is Bruno so irreplaceable, so indispensable that United say, no, we're not interested? Bruno says, no, I'm not interested. I'm committed. I signed a new contract last season. I'm not going anywhere. The question is, what would you do? If you were Bruno, if you were Manchester United, or just as a fan, what do you think should happen? What do you think will happen? Let me know your thoughts. So there you go, guys. That is.
Why is everybody so mad for? What? What's everybody mad at me for? What? I just thought he said it best. What's wrong with me saying? I'm not okay. Was that criminal? Was that a criminal move? Anyway, like I said, Owen said it best. That's what he gave every single piece of information that I wanted to give this morning, and he did it right at the end of the show. And I thought, let me just use that. We're all friends. We're all friends. It's no problem. No copyright strike. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. All right. Fine. Let me report on the news then. This is what you want me to do. You want me to report on news like Mr. Joe Blackman, like I got news skills. Okay, what's this? Let's see what I can do. So it was reported last night that Bruno Fernandes team was spotted in Saudi Arabia in a Four Seasons hotel. And then later on, it was spotted that the Al Hilal president was also there. So thoughts could only conclude that one thing was on his mind: going to Saudi Arabia. Don't boo me, boo you, blood. But no, in all honesty, the whole matter about this is, what do you guys think in it? Yeah, I thought I'd get that bit out the way, because the real thought of the matter is, 80 million pounds is what's been reported right now, what's been offered on the table for Bruno Fernandes. And I'm not joking with you guys. I don't think that that's enough. Let's just be real. For me, I thought when I heard 100 mil plus, then we was talking in it. We can start cooking. I don't know why 80 million just doesn't slap. It doesn't slap properly. It doesn't feel right to me. I don't know if it feels right to you, but that's what we're gonna open up the lines for, in it. Just remember, like I said, don't worry about my yapper. It's all about your yapper. You know what this show's about. We've heard from every other content creator in the world today about this Bruno Fernandes subject. But you know what Reckless Sports is all about? It's all about what you guys think. So don't worry about what I did earlier, innit? Scratch that. We want to know, are you taking 80 mil for Bruno? Is this a serious offer that you'd consider? Or is it just the opening bid that you would go and start, negotiating over? Because for me, that's the opening bid. You must be opening a bid with that, right? Because that's just bringing me to the table. I want to hear more. Because there's been people that was, they bid for people from Brighton for more. I mean, for less, sorry, 75 million. Someone from Brighton was supposed to go to Saudi Arabia last transfer window. I can't remember who it was, but they bid 75 mil for him. Yeah. Why is it Bruno's only worth 5 million more? That makes no sense to me. I'm not selling him for 80 mil. I'm sorry, MWK. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. I would say, look, let's talk. You've brought me to the table now. Me and you can chat in it. Now we can speak, because at the moment, it just doesn't feel right. A lot of people are saying as well that if he doesn't play today, then you know what? It's more than likely he's out the door. But for me, I don't think that's the case at all. Yeah. I think Bruno's got a contractual obligation that he needs to play. I think that's the whole reason why we're out in wherever the hell we are right now, in trying to do this off-season tour. I don't even know what is this tour? Where did this come from? We're scraping for any piece of money we can get in it, seriously. Because when did the end of season tour happen? Before pre-season. This is unprecedented for me. We're trying to scrape together money anyway. That's why I feel like this Bruno situation is kind of a sacrifice. We need that money. If we don't get that money, we ain't getting nobody else. Are we going to sell Jadon Sancho? Are Chelsea going to take him? I don't know, blood. I don't know. We're in that kind of situation right now where we have to do or we're going to die. And it's feeling a little bit like we're going to die. 80 million doesn't feel good enough for a sacrifice to me. Yeah. If we're going to sacrifice the head of the lion, yeah, the head of the table, the guy that is out there doing week in, week out, what every other player on the pitch isn't doing, and we're only going to get 80 mil for him. I'm sorry. I know he's 30. I don't care. I want to see more peas on the table. Saudi pays good money. They're looking to pay him close to 1 million a week. Are you mad? Why is it that they cannot pay us what we want? Give us at least 100 M's. That's what I'm saying. Well, guys, look, the line's open. I know what I haven't done this morning, which I need to go sort out. Let me bring in the first caller as usual. Let me bring in Pav, always on time. Yo, Pav, what's going on, bro? Brother, you're on mute if you didn't know.
Joe, can you bring me back after the next caller?
Yeah, no problem, bro.
Safe.
Right, next caller is York's End, bro. What's going on? Welcome to the show.
Yo, what you saying, man?
Hey, happy or nervous or undecided? Where are you with this Bruno situation, fam?
You know what? I want more money, but is this price correct? That's all I'm saying. It's like,
I mean, I think if it was any other club, I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's just be honest, innit? Yeah. If it was any other club in Europe, yeah, offering that peas, I think we would all say, take the money, take the money,
take the money.
take
Yeah,
the
exactly.
money, take the money, do it now, quickly.
But because it's Saudi, it's like, you know what? We could push it. We could push the boat a little bit, right, and see if we can get maybe 100 plus. But if is he worth 100 plus? maybe not. Is he worth probably about 80? Probably. Yeah. If it was another club, if it was something like Napoli or any other club out there that wanted to buy him, 80, 80 million, yeah, that sounds about right.
It'll be cha-ching.
Yeah,
It'll be
that
one of
sounds
them
about
ones,
right.
bro. Give me the money.
My problem is with this deal, right? Is look, there's a lot of Man United fans that don't like Bruno. I'm not one of them, right? I don't think we can replace him with one player.
Yeah, but that's why we need to push for that 100 mil, though, innit? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think
the
we can
whole
place
reason
him
why
with
we
1
need
million.
that 100 mil.
We need at least 2 players out that money, and they have to be near enough coming up to world class, right? Because we don't this season, yeah, without Bruno, yeah, we would have had no final. We would have been relegated. We would have been
Uh,
relegated.
we would have been relegated. The real
That's what
talk.
I think. Like without Bruno, there's been so many chances this season where he saved our asses, bro. Like we we've been shit all season, right? And Bruno's been the only player that kind of took took control, and we got us a couple wins. That's it. Just a couple,
Mm.
not a lot, just a couple wins. Right? So I don't know, man. It's I don't know. The thing is with the owners and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just waiting to see what they do, man. Like I'm waiting patiently. I'm not gonna moan at them. I'm not gonna get all irate and start throwing out my dummy and all that kind of stuff right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna see what they do, right? Because they better get it right. That's what I'm saying.
Right. I'm gonna
They
tell you
have to
this.
get it right.
I'm gonna tell you this. That's my main concern. Yeah, because everybody, whether you like Bruno or you don't like Bruno, yeah, everybody knows how important and pivotal this guy's been for us over the last few seasons. He's doing something when nobody else ain't doing nothing. When the goal scorers ain't scoring, who's scoring? Bruno's scoring. You might cuss him. You might say he's petulant. You might say he throws his toys out the pram too early. You can say whatever you want about him, but you can't say he's not important
Yeah,
to us.
yeah,
Yeah. And I'll say this to anybody as well. If Bruno was in any other team on the, if he was in Real Madrid, if he was in Barcelona, if he was in Bayern Munich, yeah, nobody be talking about Bruno the way they're talking about Bruno now. If Bruno was winning
yeah.
trophies at a team, do you understand what I'm saying? They would recognize how great he has been for that team. Because the clangers only stand out so much, yeah, because of how shit we've been and how much we need him to turn up every single game. Do you understand what I mean? When Kevin De Bruyne has a stinker, nobody's talking about it like for the next week, are they? The way that he gets crucified every single time he's on the pitch, even though he's our best performing player, is crazy for me by this fan base. You can only look at his stats alone, bro. Putting up more than Kevin De Bruyne every season, and people are chatting shit about him still.
Yeah, well, it's not. But the thing what you got to understand is that the reason why you get so much hate is not because it's just Man United fans that are hating on him. You got the whole world. Yeah, we saw how much people hate us, bro. When it came to that poll with who wants to win between Tottenham and Man United, right? You saw every single club was against us, bro. No one likes us. Yeah, so if you're gonna
Yeah.
play for this club, right, you just gotta come make sure you understand that you come with the scrutiny and all. The thing what else is pissing me off? All I'm seeing on the tour, you see Garnacho putting up his middle finger. All the I know that Ahmad done it. I don't know the reasons, but he's like, bro,
Ahmed
I'm
done
just
it.
and Garnacho done it.
Yeah, I don't know about the Garnacho one. I know the Ahmed one was, he said, and this is just quoting from someone else I heard, saying that apparently someone was cussing his mum. I think it was Minna. Yeah, Minna definitely said it on her show yesterday, that she said that apparently somebody was cussing his mum, and so he stuck up his finger at them. Which, if that was the case, I don't
Fair
blame him.
enough. Fair enough. I don't,
Lucky didn't slap
I'm
him.
not too the Garnacho one. Um, I saw it. He was come off the pitch, stick up his middle finger. Right. We got too much kids. Not even kids in
Yeah.
like not the age,
Petulance.
not like age wise, because you can be of a certain age and be mature. We've got
Of
literal
course.
kids in our team, like there's babies, right? And I'm just
Yeah,
tired
and
of
it's
it,
the
man.
maturity levels though. You see, once again, yeah, you don't have to be old to be mature because you don't really see people like Kobe doing stuff like that, do you? Yeah, he
Yeah,
shows
you
a
know
different level of
that
maturity
comment
to
sounds a
those
bit
things.
Diddy-ish. I ain't gonna lie, bro. But any carry on.
What did I say that sounded?
Nah,
No, no, no. We're
I
not
said it as
moving
well,
on.
but it's a bit
We're not.
Diddy-ish, man.
No, leave it. We're not continuing. Right, but either way, yeah. What I do want to say is that people like Kobe, you don't really see him acting that way. Do you know what I mean? He's a reserved character. You don't see him throwing up his middle finger. He's not been played. You didn't see him coming out afterwards saying the team plays shit this whole season. These kind of things. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah,
There's a way to go about things, even if you're not happy. Do you know what I mean?
yeah. Well, see, with someone like Kobe, you could tell that he's gonna be a great player in the future. He's gonna be a great. He has the right temperament, right? The right attitude towards football, the right attitude towards outside of football. Right? You don't hear his name in nothing. You don't hear his name in nothing. That
Nah, real
shows
talk.
you, especially at Man United, that shows you that you're a decent player. When you don't hear a player's name, yeah, then they're doing the right things, right? When you start hearing their name off, like, where's Brandon Williams? He's in 1-0 right now, bro. He's in 1-0 right now, bro. But that's what I'm trying to say. It's like, bro, if you don't hear a player's name, then they're on the right track. So with Kobe, I always
Yeah,
say that
especially when they're not
he's gonna
playing.
be all right. But yeah, before I go, everyone pray for me. Remember last week I said that I had an interview and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I'm meeting the CFO on Monday, and I hope everything goes well. Yeah, no more tap water, bruv. No more
We're
tap
drinking
water.
sparkling water now. We're going to drink sparkling water now, even though I don't like it. We're drinking it. Good luck,
Yeah,
though,
man.
bro. No, in all
Man.
honesty, good luck. Big up.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
comedian, give
Thanks.
this guy some luck. Give this guy some luck. Send him positive vibes, bro. In fact, you know what? You got this, fam. Your
100%,
talent took
man.
you to where you are right now. You got this,
100%.
fam. Next time you come back here, hey, we want to hear how it went.
Yes, pop champagne and them things, yeah.
Yeah, I understand. Oy, big up. Too much. All right, let's get back to the calls. Next in line, I don't know if Pav is ready yet. Let me see if he's ready. Pav, are you ready yet?
I'm here.
All right, wicked. Listen, Bruno Fernandes, 80 million on the table. From Saudi, by the way. You know, it's not a European club. It's Saudi offering 80 million. What are you doing?
Is that the reported fee, or is that just what
Right?
you're saying?
Do you want me to play what Owen said again, fam, and get cussed by the community? Because I gave Owen's report this morning and people's like, you can't do that. But no, yeah, it's reported well, so basically it broke while Owen was live that the reports are saying that it's 80 million that they're offering.
Nah, 80 mils not barely doing it for me.
Thank you. Because that's exactly how I feel. I feel like it's not official, by the way. It's a reported fee. Yeah. But that could be the reason why people out there, you know. I know it was Bruno Fernandez's people, but you know, they could also say to get the deal over the line, you're gonna have to offer them this or more than that. Because let's be honest, coming from Saudi, bro, you're gonna want more money for
100
that.
million is the minimum I'm wanting, innit? And that's me being generous, innit? Like I could easily just come say now 150, but 100, and I would say we want 50 mil in cash and 50 mil spread over the next 3 years, because that 50 mil cash would do wonders for our transfer window. And come on, Saudis have got it, man. Fill up them suitcases, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, we have to, and I'll tell you this: us having to sell Bruno is one of the casualties that we have to take in it. And I put the
I
blame
think
on the
so.
owners. I put the blame obviously on the Glazers for mismanagement of the club, and I put the blame on the fans for allowing the Glazers to be here this long. And I have to put the
What
blame
can
on the
we do
players.
about it?
Everyone gets the blame for us to sell our best players. Everyone gets the blame. Everybody. Yeah,
But it's
even
something,
Ruben,
even if we're taking
even
the blame,
Ruben.
all right, even if we're taking the blame, though, even if we're taking the blame, it's a necessary right now, though, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
something
yeah.
you have to do. It's a necessary procedure right now. And let's be honest, Bruno is off that age now where, you know, if we had won some trophies, we'd have won some trophies, but if we had won some Premier Leagues or some Champions Leagues while he was here, it'd have been a good time to bid him farewell at this age. Let's be real. He would have done
And
his service.
the
And to
other
be fair,
thing is,
Bruno has done his service.
the other thing is, Joe. Yeah, this whatever we're trying to do, right, with Ruben. If you're not, because you didn't get into Champions League football, which is on you. Yeah, you have to take the casualty for you to get some players. You're gonna have to sell someone now. Yeah, who would have helped. Yeah, but we need more than 2, 3 players,
Yep, 100%.
and is because we didn't get the European football, and that's probably hindered us getting some of the best talent out there. Then what's the point in keeping Bruno anyway? If people think we're not going to finish top 4 next year, what is the point? Are we keeping Bruno to finish mid-table, 10th to 15th again? What's the point? Just sell him then.
You know what? That's
What is the
that's a
point?
good point. That's a good point. That's a very, very good point, actually. And in that meantime, all that's going to happen is his value is going to go down, and we'd have missed out on a great opportunity. Yeah. Look, I'm all for selling him. By the way, I'm not against selling Bruno. I'm just against selling him for cheap. And I know 80 million ain't cheap, but it's cheap for Saudi, bro. You know what I mean? Was it
Saudi, bro.
who was it? Who was that guy that they tried to buy from Brighton? I know it wasn't the same team, but a Saudi team tried to buy somebody from Brighton last season, and I think it was only for 75 mil. Yeah,
I don't remember.
and
Unless
what
it's
I'm
like
saying is
João Pedro or someone like that. It could have been
Matoma.
João.
Matoma. It was Matoma. It was Matoma. Thank you,
Yeah,
WK. Yeah, it was Matoma. Yeah.
I mean that is silly money to turn down for Matoma anyway. But
But the difference between Matoma and Bruno Fernandes
yeah,
is night and day, bro. Clear that
mm.
Bruno's more important, a more pivotal player in anybody's team than Matoma. So why in the hell are we going to accept 80 mil
And the thing is,
when he was paying 75
for
for
Bruno,
Matoma?
you have to be sitting there and thinking as well, right? If the club aren't being ambitious in the window because they lack of money, what are you staying here for? What are you going to help Man United achieve when you're surrounded with crap? Brother, just go get your peas in it and get us a transfer fee that could actually help rebuild the club, or a little bit. I don't know how much, but how much is going to help us. But there's no point in staying here, bro. There's no ambition at this club at the moment.
Now, I
Yeah.
understand this. I understand this. 1 second. That MWK here, he says to me that Joe, the difference is their salary. That they're offering Bruno 200 M's, but they're paying a normal wage to Matoma is what they was offering. I understand that, bro. But in that respect, that's good for the player, innit? We're talking about the club. They also need to think about us. It's not just about the player. The player's under contract. They're not buying a free agent, fam. Yeah. So in that respect, money off a Met, bro. And we're going to look at that deal sideways because look at the Matoma deal. Look at what they tried to get Matoma for. So at the end of the day, we're going to want more money than that in a similar respect. I don't care what you're paying the player. That's got nothing to do with us. You get me? I'm only looking at the P's on the table that we're collecting. Good for him. But what about me? That would be what my situation would be.
Is there other than the Bruno thing? Because I've not seen anything else other than Sesko probably going Arsenal. It's annoying me that we're not even linked to a proper any other elite striker at the moment. Is there any other news transfer wise for us?
Well, the only other thing that I saw knocking about is that the Gyökeres thing still could be open, apparently, even though he's turned us down. That's something I did see this morning. Brentford star Brian Burrow reacts to the no, not really. Oh, the victim got out. So there's also talk that now that obviously we're supposed to be missing out on Gyökeres, and obviously we've missed out on Delap, that we might actually be looking towards Victor Osimhen now. With obviously Højlund maybe going the other way, we want to take Osimhen, and I think that they're talking about the Bruno money being part of that as a.
I did see the Osimhen thing yesterday, talking about that they might swap Højlund plus something. I think they were saying that Napoli want Hoyland and something like 40 M's for Victor. So I'm like, wait, they're basically offering us 20 mil then for Hoyland, because as far as I remember, they were only looking for 55 mil for Victor in January anyway. So that again, I do that. I do the swap in it, but I'm not paying an extra 40 mil then for Osborne. Maybe like 30, but you lot don't want him clearly. We don't want Hoyland clearly. Yeah,
And they
make the
clearly
deal
want Hoyland.
reasonable.
Hey, and not only that as well,
After
yeah,
the
but
favor we done for you with McTominay, you know, you got an absolute bargain.
favor.
Yeah,
Hey, bro, that's our fault for selling our players for cheap, fam.
yeah, it's
That's
not even a
our
favor.
fault.
That's stupidity from us, bro.
That's our fault, yeah. Anyway, let me stop
But
this 2 days.
none of us would have known this would have happened with McTominay anyway. Not a single man would have predicted the season that he was going to have and be the MVP. But nah,
No,
we done you a solid though.
no,
Still,
I don't like it when people come here calling people idiots, fam. Do you know what the thing is? No one was saying that we believe it, bro. And the fact of the matter is, what you have to understand is that once you start doing business with a club, yeah, bro, that we're not saying it's going to be a direct swap, but obviously interest may align. Yeah, nobody really does swap deals, but if we can make something work, we can make something work. Don't be
the
silly,
other
bro.
thing is, Joe, I was having a think this morning. Yeah, I was just thinking
Yeah,
if we can't get like an elite level striker, if it's going to be someone who I think is average, like a Mateta, in it. Yeah, I think he's average. If it's going to be that sort of player, who would maybe spend like 20 mil or something, 25 mil at most for a striker. I'd rather that Bruno money, yeah, go into other areas like the goalkeeper issue, yeah. Have a look at that
Mhm.
Garcia, 25 million euros. Inacio, about 30, 35 million from Sporting. Go get him, left centre back position. Go get me another left wing back, another right wing back. Yeah, spread that money out and reinforce the areas that I think that we're clearly crapping, because there's people want to big up the players that we got now, but yeah, they're the ones who still leak the goals. They're the ones who can't defend corners. They're the ones who can't defend across, like, you know, can't defend in the box. But yeah, they're amazing. They're amazing players. So like, I'd rather that 80, 100 mil for Bruno go into reinforcements. At least make the defensive areas, the midfield better for next season. So maybe we might only win by 1-0 or something. I'd happily take that if it stops us leaking in goals. Yeah, I get we're not getting smashed up by the big teams, but we're getting smashed up by the likes of Brentford, the Brightons, yeah, Newcastle's, Bournemouth. Yeah, people doing the doubles over us. West Ham doing the double over us. Yeah, I don't want to. We need to. Obviously, the striker thing's an issue, yeah, and it works if you outscore your team. Yeah, what Liverpool was doing with Firmino, Salah, and Mane. Yeah, but they were still leaking in a fair amount of goals. If we're not going to have a prolific goal scorer, flip and sort out the rest of the squad, the rest of the back line, the
Mhm.
midfield, and then next summer, see what's out there for the striker. But our options for strikers, brother, we're at the back of the line for everything.
Oh man, why do you have to end the call like that, bro?
Truth
Like, to be
hurts, innit? Truth is truth. Truth
fair,
hurts.
yeah. Why do you have to do that? Okay, truth is truth, bro. It does hurt. And you know what, though? I hear what Pav is saying, though, because if we cannot get a striker, a prolific striker, would everybody else be happy to just invest everywhere else? If we can't get a prolific striker like one of the victors, no Sesko, no, who else? Who's a great striker right now that we could actually get? Not even Jamie Vardy we could get, to be honest. Like, what? Oh, what's the other guy that everybody was talking about? The one from Germany. Can't remember his name. But if we cannot get a striker that scores at least 15 to 20 goals per season, are you happy if we reinvest that money elsewhere? Let's see what the super chats are saying. I've only got the one super chat today. Love Rain saying, I wouldn't sell Bruno for 500 mil. I love my captain. That's madness. That's actually madness. Tommy Boyle, become the latest member. Or just renewed his membership. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you. Nice to see you back in the building again. Truth is truth, mate. It's true. Right. Let's get to the next caller. Tiger D. Tiger D. What's going on, bro?
Bro. How's it going?
Talk to me now. Well, God, how you feeling? Are you a Bruno fanatic? Would you sell Bruno? Have you got your price? Is 80 mil too low?
I'll touch upon that in the more general statement. I just wanted to look at a bird's eye view of things, and I can't stop laughing thinking about this, what we're doing. So,
All right.
where did we finish, bro? 15th, was it?
Yeah, 15th. We're 15th.
Okay. And this is our targets, right? We're going for Delap, relegated. Cunha, 16th. Good player, but let's look at it, right? And now we're selling our only baller. So it looks like Ineos are solidifying our relegation scrappers for next season position. If you look at it like that, right? I know things can be different, maybe Cunha will ball, but our problem is Ineos, who I've got a new name for them, is in your ass, right?
Oh my God! Whoa! Bro, it's the morning show, fam. It's the morning show. It's half term. It's the morning show. That was too far. I'm not gonna lie, that was too far for the morning show. Please. There are children roaming around people's houses right now. Yeah. Joe LaForest has to be a dad this whole summer. I mean, this whole week. Yeah, can you just allow it? Right, I'm gonna bring you back, Tiger and E. Can we just can we use innuendos rather than the actual words from now on? Yeah. So hello.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I forgot where I was for a second.
Do you know what I mean, bro? We're not in the pub, fam.
Oh, I get the pub. I get you. But
right, let's look at this.
That not necessarily that because a player is in a struggling team that's what they're going to bring. But I'm just thinking of the overall picture, right? Who do you trust? The owners, let me not say their name again. The owners to spend that Bruno money in the correct way.
I think that they've been good so far, especially. I'm never going to stop saying this, by the way. I liked last summer transfer window. Anybody has a problem with that, that's your business.
It sounded solid. It looks solid.
It was a good transfer window. So if I'm judging them from that, I'm judging them from that, I trust them to do a decent job. Yes, I do. Okay. So far, proof in the pudding so far. I think they'll do a decent job. They might get a couple of things wrong, but who doesn't?
But here's the key, right? With all of Bruno's the only creator in the side, let's be honest, right? Look at the numbers. The number stats don't lie, right? I know the eye test merchants, they've got no argument for this. It's you either do your job, you produce, or you don't. That's what matters, right? It doesn't matter how nice it looks. If it works, it works. It's very subjective. Oh, he hasn't got this ball rolling skills and this, that, and the other, and dribbling, whatever. You produce the goals and you produce the assists. In any job in the world, your boss is going to.
He's doing his job.
He's doing his job. Do his job. Just do his job. Yeah. And our problem is we can't create. Doesn't matter if you got Højlund, Osimhen, Gyökeres. Yeah, they're better strikers for sure. They all score a few more goals from magic moments, but everyone up front dies in this club. Yeah. Why is that? Because we can't. Our first, it was the wingers who were selfish, shooting 50 times in a match and missing Rosed. No, they can't create for the striker. Imagine Osimhen, man. I'll tell you, it'll take 2 months for him to turn against everyone because he'll be so pissed off at this. If what's his name, Garnacho's still here, not passing to him. Delo.
Oh, come on now. Garnacho's not going to be here. Let's be real now. Let's put some respect to Ineos now. Garnacho is definitely leaving. He's definitely leaving. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
He's definitely going to be one.
But the general view is
let's talk about some outgoings. Yeah. Let's talk about some outgoings. Yeah. So,
Garnacho. Guaranteed.
I think these are. Let's talk about the guarantee ones. Yeah.
But they want to sell him. But will he go? Will it be?
He wants to go.
He wants to go. Bro. But we'll get the money. How much are we willing to sacrifice to sell him? As in,
I think most of us will take 40 million for him right now.
Yeah, we would. We'll at the club.
They would. They definitely would. They took 25 million for Scott McTominay. the guy that everybody played. The guy that every single manager.
The criminals
every single manager played Every single
Everyone who
person.
knows football said a player like that is good to have in the squad. Bring him on. He'll get you goals. He scored a similar amount of goals as he did for us, right? For Napoli. He might have scored a couple more.
And they love him. And they love him.
Yeah. But, you know, those people who want to die for the club are useful to have on the bench. Look at Liverpool, like the players we thought were dead that played game in, game out and were useful, came off the bench. You know what I mean? We need those players. We need those players on the bench.
You need people that have the badge in their heart. If you know what I mean.
You do.
People
and
that
Bruno's
have the
another
badge
one.
in their heart. Yeah, Bruno is another one. Oh, Bruno is another one. Yeah. There's only a few people right now, but do you know what though? I do believe Amram is trying to build that kind of team anyway, team of warriors, people with power, pace, that's going to drive for the badge, for the team, at least, if not for the team, for themselves, you know? So I think that's where we're headed towards anyway, in terms of what we're trying to build and secure here at the club.
All right.
You know?
What do you think? What's your take on Kobe? I'm a bit worried about Kobe.
I've been worried about Kobe for a long time. The fact that he came out the other day, or his people came out the other day saying that he's, you know, not certain about where he's going to fit into Amram's team, and he was nervous.
Is that for real, or is that some bullshit Twitter shit?
No. It was all over. You know, Sky reported on it. Talksport reported on it. It was not him directly, but it was one of his team that has come out and said this. Yeah,
it'll break my heart, but my worry is, the system thing, fine, but my worry is maybe he needs to grow a bit in terms of his physical, his stamina and his pace. He looks a bit, when he starts games, he doesn't feel like he drifts, but when he comes on, he's like, oh shit, he's doing bits. You know, he's got it. Is it because of an age thing? Will he get?
I don't know if the manager just doesn't see him as enough pace or power, because you know those were the words he used when he described the kinds of players that he wants in it. And we all know that Kobe's not really about pace; he's about holding the ball up, finding that pass. He's such a skillful, gifted player, that I wouldn't want to see him leave. Yeah, not yet anyway, until it's absolutely certain that one, this manager's good. Number two, that his system is working, and number three, that you know. There's absolutely nothing Kobe can do in this team. Yeah, he has to hit all three of those parameters for me to say that Kobe should go, and not one of those have been hit yet. Because I still think Kobe's a brilliant talent for the future. Yeah, I'm not sure about this manager yet, and the system hasn't showed me anything to say that it works yet. So,
I'll be honest. I mean, to be fair, I have more trust in Kobe than I do in Amarim. If you look at it from that perspective, right?
And so do I.
Look at what's produced for our club. If you're going to be fair, it's not fair to say, you know, give me your body of work. Look at them together, and you say, oh well, Kobe's clear, right? So here's another question: what would you think? Imagine picking up Kobe and then placing him into Amarim's Lisbon side. Where would he fit?
I'm sorry, Tiger D. You can stay there. I'll bring you back here. But you know what? You're asking me bare questions, fam. I ask you the questions, bro. No, I'm joking. Honestly, you've been here for a bit while, so I had to bring in someone else. That was a perfect time because he's asking me another question, you know. Jesus Christ. But no, Tiger, stay there. We can do a little talk at the end. And Kobe, I don't know. I don't even watch Lisbon, bro. How can you ask me that question? To be fair, that question I was never going to answer. I don't watch them. So let's go to the next caller. Courts, what's going on, brother?
Yo, what's going on? I sent you a clip. I sent you a clip on WhatsApp. It's to upload to StreamYard. This is how we need to be this transfer window when it comes to Bruno, when it comes to Anthony, and I'm a big fan of Bruno. And I personally have always backed him. I don't rate those guys who say he's a net negative and all those football scholars who but eye test and all that nonsense. Nah, Bruno's good. But I think if you're looking where we're at as a club, we need to clear deck. We need to just clear everything. And I think he's a big piece in which we can sell. Now, I have got a caveat to this, and we're talking about Bruno's money and saying, where can we reinvest it into the squad?
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think all of Bruno's money will be reinvested into the squad. I think we need to prepare ourselves for that. I don't think it's like we sold him for 100 mil. Here's the 100 mil to the squad. I don't think it's going to be like that. We've seen how these men are taking away people's breakfast rolls and saying like soup, being like, right, you can have a little soup and then bro, they took the steward packed lunch away. You imagine being a steward. There's no shops near Old Trafford, and they took their packed lunch.
Taking the piss. Nah, do you know what? Yeah, when we think about all Ineos bad bosses. Like I know we're fans, innit? Yeah, but think about that. Being a steward. I don't know if everybody that's gone to a football match knows what a steward is. Yeah, surely.
Yeah, you're standing there for hours, and bear in mind, like other than like it's not like you've got lots of shops you can quickly go and grab lunch. You probably don't even have a proper break, so you're either relying on bringing lunch, which is fine, like I bring lunch to work, whatnot, or you're just hungry for the whole time you're there.
So evil. That's actually, bro, isn't there some sort of law against that? Don't you have to feed people if they have to work for you and not take a lunch for a certain amount of time? Right? That is a terrible, terrible way to be as a boss, though. Seriously, you took away and they're usually young people. They're usually young people as well. And
this is usually a side hustle for people. This is like some people do it all like different events, but a lot of people, this is just like them trying to top up their wage to get by or whatnot.
And game, you know what I mean?
Or exactly, or be like in and around the atmosphere. But you're like, but these men go, oh wait, hold on. You think you're eating on? You think? And what the lunch was like and it wasn't like some finest lunch or like, bro, it was like probably a ham sandwich and a packet of crisps and
a calypso. You know what there?
And it wasn't even probably like Walkers. They probably went own brand crisps as well.
Bro, late cha. I don't even know the home brand. Snack bites, or what they call it. Snack bites.
Snack bite, yeah,
snack bites.
That's like the snack bite one, bro. They were hitting up Lidl.
Sure, no, that's mean though. This is one thing I don't agree with. Yeah, I feel as Ineos have been since they've been in charge. I should say the stuff that I've heard that they've been cutting in order for us to make money. All of it don't make sense to me. Like cut the players' money. Like I know
well, obviously it's contractual. That's the problem. But the thing is, when you look at it's kind of it's how society runs in certain times. You think of how much this is a truth is truth right now. But if you think of like how much money the government wastes during like COVID, but then it's the people on the ground who are affected. This is how the football club run. Look at all the top and the money that's wasted on like a Dan Ashworth, on failed board members, on transfers. Bro, think of how much it cost for the Glazers to be at that final. That was all gonna go on the club. But what do? To get them to the final was a club expense. But what we can do though is go. You see Susan and John who were in accounts. Yeah, send them on their way.
Not even that though, bro. What makes it worse is you see the canteen, you see the stewards' lunches. It's not even. I would have rather you fired Jane and John in accounting. Do you understand me? At least they're a little bit higher up the ladder on a bigger salary. You took away the kids' lunch. Nah, man. That is money saving. That's money saving.
It's a joke. But anyway,
John, man's heavy to roll. But go on.
But anyway, So all that to say, I think if you're getting a deal for Bruno in excess of 80 to 90 million, if you look at his age, yes, it's Saudi, but let's be real with Saudi. Saudi don't really pay a lot of hefty transfer fees. A lot of their thing is wages. I know Bruno's I'm saying I'd want 100 over in excess, but I'm saying 80 million for a 30-year-old who
they're the one who made the statement. Yeah, they're the one who made the statement.
Best believe I want
break the transfer record. Yeah, that's what they said. They want to break the UK transfer record. And as far as I'm concerned, didn't Man City pay 100 M's for my man, for Grealish?
City. Yeah.
City paid 100 M's for Grealish, right?
Yeah, I hear that. Like, now I fully hear that. I'm just saying we need to. I've lost. That final made me lose emotional attachment to players.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I was proper. Now we need to keep Bruno. That final was like, you know what? It is what it is now. Like, I'll be real. I've got Kobe. Kobe is like, you know, you have your player that in the squad that like that's your guy. Kobe's that for like obviously, and I think he can suit the system. I think he needs to work on a few attributes. But the thing with Kobe is he's young still as well. Let's be real. I think he's been overplayed for his age. But he's also earned the right to be overplayed because when he was given an opportunity, he did play well. But him, like, but what happens at United is a youngster overplays, and then they have their generational, then they're generational, and then he gets sick of them, and then they were never that good in the first place. And like it happened with Rashford, it happened with Garnacho, and now it's happening. Bro, I saw someone. I wasn't really watching the game. I was more in the UV watch along for the game against Asian All Stars, and someone said Kukonki's not it. Brother is 17 and playing his first game, and someone in the comments is like, he's not it, and you're like, bro. This is like have some sense. I know me expecting YouTube comments to be sent is senseless in itself because we know how it is, but
exactly.
It's YouTube, exactly. It's not real life, it's YouTube. But yeah, I think we sell Bruno, we cash in, but just don't expect to fully get everything we want, is my point. And let me go on this, Joe.
You're taking the 80 mil then?
I'd ideally want 100, but I'll take 80. But as I go, I need to say this, Joseph.
Wait, before you say it, I'm gonna play your clip. I'm gonna play your clip first, and then I know
this is the clip. Wait, hold on. Before you play the clip, this is what Betis need to do. This is what Chelsea need to do. This is what Al Hilal need to do. Run the clip.
All right. Let's play then. Play. He doesn't want to play, bro. It said no.
I bought it.
He's not playing.
Joe, you just flopped the delivery. No sound as well.
No sound?
I can't hear it.
Did anybody else hear it? Because I can hear it. Did you guys hear it? Let's see. No, Pap says stinker and hooked. Joe, man, dead fam.
Anyway, like.
Oh no sound. Okay, not bad.
So, let's just get off the screen. Let's get off the screen. Let's get off the screen. Tomorrow, Joe, we got serious business.
Yes, hold on.
Serious business tomorrow.
Let's talk.
You see, I got a story time here. 21 years ago, I went to see Jamaica play. First time I've ever seen them play. I've only seen them once. On the same day, 31st of May, I watched us lose 2-0 to Nigeria at Charlton Stadium. Tomorrow, on the 31st of May, 21 years later, that is not happening. We will rise. I want to pull up on Monday on Reckless Thoughts, and KG thinks he can talk about Man United. That is not happening. We are going to be waving out. I need this chat to be spamming the Jamaica. Matter of fact, let me turn my camera. Yes. The chat needs to be spam the Jamaica flag all day. All day. Oh, I don't want to hear no uncle. We not agree for nobody. None of that. Because they say we not agree for. You know what, Jamaicans, we not a ramp.
Hey, where's Uncle Jim? We need our own uncle to pull
Where's
up.
Uncle Jim? Where's Uncle Jim?
Yeah.
Is there any Nigerians backstage?
Right now, let me see who's Niger. No, I've only got a Ghanaian. Let's see if she'll rep with us. Ghana, doctor.
Yes. Hello. Good
Talk
morning.
to me. Who you backing? Who you backing? We're very closely related, the Ghanaians and the Jamaicans.
Yeah, I know. We are.
Think of what KG's done to you on stream.
Oh, no. I'm definitely Jamaica. I'm gonna stand on.
Hey! I want to see you flying the flag. I want to see you dancing the dance. Yeah. Make sure
I have 5 left feet. I have 5
Don't
left
worry.
feet. You know.
Don't worry. You can just shake your head. Enjoy the dance. You get me? You see, when we win,
See,
things,
look. You see Vegeta's comment. The South Africans are with Jamaica.
Yeah.
I need to go to the YouTube one so I can show it up properly. But yes, listen, guys, I beg every Caribbean person, actually, bro. I don't understand how yesterday, Joel, I heard you on the mains saying that you're gonna.
Oh yeah, Joel. Joel's like, I know we can't have these Caribbeans. I was like, Joe, I thought we were cool. Like, think of like the Jamaicans have never done you on. Like, look at how Nigeria have treated you. Look at how Nigeria have treated you.
Yeah.
And then you just go and say, but you see it? Doppy no for frightened, as Jamaicans would say. Doppy no for frightened. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not afraid of them. So bring it, bro. We're ready. Yeah. Anyway,
are you doing a watch along, Joe?
Yeah, I'm trying to. If I'm not going, then yeah, because I'm trying to get some tickets right now. Not gonna lie, trying to get some tickets. If it's a ticket thing, it's a vlogging thing. Me and KG will definitely be vlogging.
If you're there, you holler me. I'll be in the Jamaica supporter section. My flag wrapped around me. My 98 shirt on. I'll be there.
You vlog it. If we're not there,
I ain't vlogging. What, like
just take the atmospheric pictures. Take the atmospheric pictures first, at least. Yeah, please.
Yeah, no, I'll do this one. Wait, hold on. This is my papa. Yo, Wagwan, welcome to Jamaica beating Nigeria in the Unity Cup 2025. Whoa!
Yeah, that's what I want to see. Exactly. Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Is it a family affair? You bringing the family out as well?
I'm going with my mum and my dad actually, and then but some of my cousins are there. There's a lot of my family going. So yeah, so holy per family. My kids.
It's gonna be a celebration.
One thing I can say is there's gonna be a lot of great music. Man,
you're damn right.
Are you going, Doctor?
I was supposed to.
Why
but it's the day of, and I actually don't feel like going down.
It's a what?
No, I explained this to Joe on his channel already. I plan stuff, and the day of, I just say I can't be bothered to get up and go out.
I'm not gonna let her face them. You know what? Yo, let me get rid of her. Let me get rid of. Stop it before you incriminate yourself again, Doctor. You're always incriminating yourself on the mains. Just stop it. Just stop it. Let me not let you get in trouble. And let me go in order of who was here. LSK. Why have you changed your name to LSK Kid, bro?
Yo, can you hear me, bro?
Yes, Kenny, I can hear you.
So yeah, LSK Kid, bro. Rebranded. I thought we all needed to rebrand.
Everybody's hiding the fact they're a Man United fan now, yeah. Everybody's hiding. What's really good? LSK, man's on violence, Mr. Riot out here. What's going on?
Yeah, bro, that 80 bands is not enough for Bruno, to be honest. So
80 M's ain't enough. You know what? Yeah, people are convincing me a little bit differently this morning. You know, if I'm being real, if it was any other club though, wouldn't you take the 80 M? Let's be real.
Yeah, but that's any other club, not Saudi, bro. That's any other club. That's more like we're giving the ops. Saudi, come on, it's even a downer for Bruno himself. So where should we get less like 100? They say they were gonna break the transfer fee. So is 80 bands breaking a transfer fee? No.
But Extra Large Yo-Yo says any money for that scrub is enough.
Yeah, he's the scrub. He's the imitator. We only know one Yo-Yo. Who's the scrub here?
Don't call him a scrub. Can we play nice, please? But look, I get it. I understand that everybody wants more money. Yeah. I've even started the show saying that I think we should, go in for more money. And there's nothing wrong with asking for more money. But if they say no, should we just take it?
Nah, bro. Bruno is one of the only creative players that we have, bro.
So you'd rather miss out on 80 M's? You'd rather miss out on 80 million pounds?
Not all good.
Because it's not
money
enough.
is good. Not all money is good money sometimes, bro. Because look at it.
So if they start to extra 20, it'll be good money. Bro, it's good money, fam.
Bro, because look, you're ignoring the fact that actually somebody said this earlier on. Is that like how we shouldn't trust Munoz to reinvest that money in transfer signing, all of it, bro. How? when they're cutting expenses left, right, and center. So you want to risk them grabbing money with the Glazers lurking, ATMs, and expect them to reinvest in transfers?
What would you rather do? Not grab the money and see what happens that way? Because I'd rather see what happens if we have the money. If they don't invest it all, at least I know not to trust them again. But at the end of the day, we need the money. You're acting like we don't need the money. Okay, what do we need more? The money or Bruno?
We need a squad full of players that can be able to produce when needed, bro.
And
otherwise,
wouldn't that help us by selling Bruno?
And then
in order to get that squad you're talking about, we need to sell Bruno.
Yeah. Bringing who, bro, for 80 pounds? Who's going to do what Bruno
There
does?
could be. Look, they could replace him with a bunch of other players. I think Pav also alluded to the fact that just because they sell Bruno doesn't mean they have to get a direct replacement for Bruno. If they replaced it, if they improved in certain other areas, like the goalkeeper, left wing, not left wing, maybe got in Bruno, maybe somewhere else. Do you understand what I mean? There's other places in the squad that needs to be vamped up anyway. So isn't it a good idea to get that money?
You see, the problem there is that, look, you're saying that money, you're making it sound as if in that money.
Kenny, you've got a lot of background noise. I can't hear you properly, bro.
My bad. Can you hear me now? I'm in a stab. Anyway, let me say it out. I'll hit you up later, Joe. I'm in the bus. I'll hit you up later. At the end. Yeah. Cool.
Okay. That was a lot. Let me just keep going in order. Doctor. Oh, hold on, wait. Before you speak, let me read some of these super chats that are here. K-Flow says, signings are meant to improve the team. In your own words, we get relegated without Bruno this season. Was that my words? I never said that. Who said that? But anyway, so you can say the last window was good. On paper, maybe 15th, mate. Oh, I think, did I say that? Did I say signings are... So signings are meant to improve the team. In my own words, we get relegated without Bruno this season. Did I say that? I say a lot of stuff. It's the internet. I probably did say that. And you're probably right. We do get relegated without Bruno this season.
Yeah.
With what he contributed this season, yeah, we damn right would have got relegated this season. Takeaways, goals, and assists, fuck right, we're relegated. Yeah, I mean, in that respect, but you don't know who would have stepped up. But at the same time, I get what you're saying, bro. But you can also put this on the change of management, K-Flow. You can't just say it's all down to the players that they bought last season. That means that now 15th. That's also a dumb way to look at it. If you get what I mean, that's a very narrow-minded thing to say, because we all know that the manager changed right in the middle of the season to a whole different system. And the manager says he's not changing it because he wants to, get it through to the players that this is the way we're going to play. So for me, swings and roundabouts, mate. Swings and roundabouts. K-Flow also says, very soon the mascots will be buying their own kits.
Do you remember when they fired? Do you remember when they fired a mascot? That was the whole thing. I think during the pandemic or something like that.
So a mascot, it wasn't that an Arsenal mascot. That was an Arsenal mascot, wasn't it? It was the Arsenal mascot that got... Doctor! No. Did she say we fired a mascot? Doctor, that was the Arsenal mascot. Doctor, that was the Arsenal mascot. Doctor, not again with the Arsenal talk. Arsenal. Doctor, I saved you earlier. Why do you keep doing this to yourself? Oh my God, you're so guilty. You're an Arsenal fan, Doctor. You're an Arsenal fan. You're an Arsenal fan. You're an Arsenal fan. Yeah. If we say that El Captain is a Chelsea fan, you, sis, you're an Arsenal fan. I'm sorry. Guilty. I can't believe that one. I can't believe. Didn't we fire a mascot during the pandemic? I was like, hold on. There was only one mascot that I remember being fired. Oh no, and she wants me to bring her back. I'll bring you back. You didn't even let me. The funny thing is, if you just let me read that, I was still reading super chats. You wouldn't have got yourself in trouble. Tommy Boyle says, we've got to do a 25 and under rebuild. Cash in while we can. I hear that. Let me bring back the doctor, see if she can defend herself. Doctor.
Seriously, I continuously
She's a fan.
dig
She's a fan.
myself
She's a fan.
into. I'm a fan of United. I continuously
Not like us.
dig
She not
myself
like us.
into. I am.
You're not like us.
Most. I am. Don't do that. Don't do that. I am.
You
Like,
did it to
yo,
yourself, Doctor.
I
How am
know.
I not
Look,
supposed to? How am I not supposed to laugh when I
I
literally
know.
tried
I
to
know.
save you before,
No,
and you come back and you do this?
Joe, you have to listen to me. I
I'm
constantly do
listening.
this to myself. I say some shit that I should have just kept quiet, And I feel like the community is learning about me and my personality. This is me. Even off camera, this is me. But
I think that match against that Nigerian match got you all over the place, innit? You don't even know where you
it's not
sit no
just
more.
that. It's not just that. It's just United and all. Like I'm
You're done.
tired. I'm
You
not
just want to
done.
be an
I will
Arsenal fan now.
forever.
Just...
No. Oh, please no. Please no. No. I beg of
Do you know
you.
what though?
It's just
Yo, all right. I'm gonna leave your comment in the past. Yeah, I'm gonna leave your comment in the past. Let's talk Bruno. Yes, let's talk Bruno. There's another. Oh, there's another super chat. Let me just read the super chat quick. Oh no, I'm not saying the name. You guys can read that for yourself. I'm gonna say Inyos. Say today I discovered that we spend nearly £800 a month on toilet paper at OT. I have to put a stop to that. Hence, staff need to bring their own toilet paper from now on. I can see that's something that they would do as well, But don't you feel like that's what it's getting like? Instead of like getting rid of players, like the Luke Shaws and those people like that.
yeah.
We'd rather put toilet paper tax. Is that kind of talk though?
No.
Is that kind of talk?
I know. And it's annoying because even with this Bruno thing, I feel like before Bruno goes, I want to see other people go. I want to see them finalizing deals on Sancho. They should finalize the deal on Anthony. They should figure out what they're doing with Marcus Rashford. They should figure out what they're doing with Luke Shaw. We should figure out what we're doing with Bayandira and Onana. Before we touch on Bruno, I get it. It's a lot of money. And seriously, I understand if he goes. Because me, it won't surprise. It's not surprising me he's actually thinking about it because that's a lot. I would do no, I wouldn't do anything for that kind of money. But you get my point. You get my point.
But the thing is, though, Doctor. The thing is, though, yeah. Here's the thing. So we've got contrasting views here. Yeah, not me and you. So in the chat so far, who was the guy that went? Was it the one that's called it in your way? He said that Bruno's too valuable. Do you know what I mean? He's one of the people that basically builds the team. He's the guy that gets us out of the murky waters consistently every season. Now, I think 80 million. I'm not gonna lie, I would always negotiate for more for Bruno in it, yeah. But 80 million, if they turned around and said no to me, yeah, that I'm not giving you any more than 80 million, I'll still take it. I'll still take it. Would you? So what you're saying is that would you not take it then? Do you think Bruno's contributions to the team is more important than that money?
As long as we figure out if people we actually need to leave don't leave, then no. I want the people who actually need to leave to go first before we think of Bruno. That's my I was going to stand on business on that. Because if he goes and they stay, I guarantee you are getting relegated.
What? You think if he goes, we're getting relegated?
We're gonna be in a relegation battle.
I'm not being funny, Doctor. Do you not trust this manager then?
I do. I actually look. I'm praying. I've included him in my prayers every day. That is how
fact that you've had the fact that you've had to include him in your prayers means you don't trust him.
Oh, I trust him. I'm asking God to help him along the way. Look,
okay. Okay, and do you know what then? If you do trust him, yeah, why do you trust him? Because this is something. Look, I'm like, I think I finally understand what defense means. Yeah, because is it defense? I don't even know. Because I think it's a don't give a f kind of attitude that I've adopted now. Like I'm like,
do you know what I think?
he's saying,
Do you know what
let's
I
see what
think
he
it
does,
is?
innit?
I think you're fed up with the way the club is run, not necessarily Ruben, because
No.
oh
I'm gonna tell you right now.
yeah
I've been feeling the effects of the way the club's been run for years and years and years and years. I understand what you're trying to say. You know, it could have been a thing that it's built up over years, but no. Ruben has made me feel disconnected with this club. I'm
no,
telling you
but
that right now.
I feel like
Ruben and the style of football that he wants to play, and the fact that he's
yeah
so stubborn and whatever else. And I've got to the point now, it's just like, you know what? Let
no,
me
but
just see what he does
I
then, innit?
went
Because
back
I'm
and
gonna have
looked
I have
at
no say.
I went back and looked at the way he ran Sporting, and because it worked for him there, he was like, you know what? If it worked for me in Sporting, I'm going to take that and try and make it work for me at United. And it's a little bit more difficult at United because the kind of players he has is not the same kind of players he had at Sporting, and the board at Sporting is not the same kind of board we have at United.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, I get it. He has to do some actual coaching, uh, but it's going to be very difficult for him, or it is very difficult. And I really do see like he wanted to come during in this summer, so when he comes in he gets his signings. And I know it sounds weird because we've said this before, we're just repeating ourselves. He gets his own signings. I feel like the whole situation just didn't work out. The him coming in November, him getting one signing, Dogu, three outgoings, the players playing like they did do, having Harry Maguire save our asses several times over the season. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, why
Yep.
is Harry saving our asses?
Because all we
Bruno,
got left, sis. It's all we got
I'm
left.
I need, like, at this point, yeah, I would have much preferred um the Saudis to take over. We get to a point where maybe we have 5 charges collected minus 10 or 20 at some point in the future, and then just start winning stuff, you know?
But okay. At this point, yeah. All right, listen to this. Ruben Amorim, do you feel like he actually wants to get rid of my man? What's his name? Bruno Fernandes. Do you think he actually wants to get rid of Bruno? Bruno seems like
No, I
he's looking for
definitely
the way
not.
that them two are.
Definitely not. You remember Riri said this, I think either earlier on this week or last. It had to be like when they were flying to Malaysia. You see that picture? He had Mason Mount right beside him, and he had Bruno Fernandes on the other side. Those are his guys. And
Absolutely.
what annoyed me was right behind him was Luke Shaw. For what reason? And that's when I
Because
knew
he
it's
ain't going
possible that
anywhere.
man is not going. And I'm so pissed because why? Why? He should just retire. He should start getting his coach badges. What Tom Heaton is doing. Get your
To coach who?
your do I care? No.
To coach who, bruv? He can just
I do
go.
not
I
care.
don't want him
He should go
around.
back to
I don't want him
Southampton.
around.
He should go back to
Anyway,
Southampton.
stay there. Don't, Doctor Man, you're gonna get yourself in more trouble. I'm not even gonna repeat what she just said. I heard what you said, Doctor. Behave yourself. She's getting out of control, this woman. I swear down. Did you hear what she said? I'm not repeating it. Coley, she's crashing out more than us these days, bro.
Bring her back. Bring her back. She needs to answer for some stuff. Bring her back.
Oh shit. Doctor, you in trouble?
I'm sorry, Cody. I'm actually very scared.
No. We're not doing this. We are not apologizing yet. I need to understand what prescription things you have been stealing out of the cupboard this morning, because I heard you on the stream as a Ghanaian woman and say that you're going to back the Caribbean team against your neighbors.
Yeah, what?
And then go live where? And go live where? Go home to where?
We are next door, you mad lady. We are next door. Don't let me find you in the Caribbean section. We're next door to you. We're too close. You can't
you guys have been treating Ghana like trash. That's like saying that she should be in an abusive relationship. You guys come in here and you guys exactly the way how
we're Africans. We are Africans. If you see parental children relationships, we're Africans. All we do is abuse each other, bro. What are you talking about? Yeah, first of all. Second of all, you little scrub, trying to raise an army from over the pond. Yeah, deal with your people over that side. Talk to the Trinidadians and all of them. Leave the Africans alone. They're from our side, all right? We might not like each other, but it's none of your business. Yeah, I understand that.
Let me get Doctor out of this firing line. I'll fight the fight for you, Doctor. Don't worry. Ghanaian, stand behind me. Stand behind me, and I'll.
They're not safe over there. They are not safe because they have to come home back over here. They're not safe, bro.
Don't worry. They'll bring us with them, and we're gonna party over there, bro. Don't worry, fam.
See, yeah. When people were doing postcode wars, yeah, you was hiring people from the town next door to your ops and getting them to run up. You see,
Bro, secret agent, fam. You know, listen, I'm the best recruiter you will ever meet, fam. I'm the best recruitment agent you will ever meet, bro. I recruit from everywhere.
Let's talk football then. Let's talk football then. If you're the best recruitment agent, let's talk football, yeah? Because
hey. Not football recruitment.
Listen, you said recruitment. It's all relative, fam. But what are we saying then? Because I need to understand, yeah. If all right, let's do devil's advocate and say we keep Bruno and his big 30-year-old self, whatever it is. Yeah.
I said 40, you know. Okay, yeah, but go
what's the ceiling with Bruno? In the time you got left of him, what's the ceiling? What are you winning?
This is his ceiling. What he's winning, I don't know what the hell we're winning. But he's already hit his ceiling for me. He's not going to get any better as a player, is he?
You know what Bruno is? You see them Lexuses, yeah, that your barber used to have. The Lexus, the big boy one. Yeah, and we all got to that age where we're like, it's when we started driving, this is a generational thing. So if you're not following, unlucky. But when we started driving, you can't afford that Lexus because it's got a big old 5-liter, yeah? But when you really get like 2-3 years out of that and you're not struggling no more, you realize, that's not a good investment. Yeah. That's a car that would have looked good for a year and probably would have had bare miles in it and probably weren't going to give me that much in terms of resale value. And this is what Bruno is, bro. Like,
I think it's prime time to sell him. It's prime time to sell him, bro. It might not be the best time for us, but
it's only going to get worse. So next year, whoever wants to buy him, they'll be talking about 60. Yeah, they'll be talking about 60.
That's what I can't afford to see. If we do not take this deal, look, don't get me wrong. By all means, by every single ounce of your being, go and try to secure a better deal. Don't get me wrong. No one's going to say no to more money. Yeah. But
of course,
if they say no, as quick as they said no, you go, okay, yep, sorry, I didn't even mean to say that. Could you please give me the 8 million, please? Do you know what I mean?
No, bro, it's negligence. Anyone not trying to sell him right now works for Man United. That's negligence, bro. Because you've got an asset that you maxed out on returns from on the pitch, and they're depreciating in value in terms of their price tag. Like, your job, in terms of sustainability, in terms of apparently a path back to glory. Of course, I'm an angry driver. You mad, bro? Like, of course.
I don't want to cut him off in traffic. Don't cut Coley off, bro.
Oh, do it. You'll know about it. I will detour my whole day, yeah, and end up where you're going. Understand that?
You're the guy that starts following people.
Bro, I've got time. Yeah, so leave me alone. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, flipping. What was I saying? You lot threw me off, bro. Yeah, like the sale thing,
yeah.
The sale thing, like it has to be done. It actually has to be, because unless the only way I'll accept you're not selling them is if you say we can build a top 4 team that also goes and does something in Europe with this same guy in the next 2 years, and we're going to start doing that this summer with 6 signings, 6 starters. So, like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, you end up spending 500 mil to build around the guy for a short period of time, rather than making 100 mil to sell the guy and actually go on the rebuild path that you claim us to be on. Like to keep Bruno and claim we're on a rebuild, the two they're not cohesive, bro. That don't make sense.
I hear what you're saying still. That doesn't make sense. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is the thing as well. See exactly what you just said there. I kind of understand what you're saying because of his age, because we're saying that we're building for the future and whatnot. Because, people are forgetting. But actually, no, not what people are forgetting, actually. I think sometimes we forget, me and you, Coley, this kind of thing, that even though we're talking about selling him, yeah, our pulling power as well is not really there. Yeah, I mean, we got denied by the lap, bro.
You see what Court said earlier? You see what Court said earlier? He's absolutely right. If we get 100 mil in for Bruno, you're mad if you think we go and spend all that 100 mil on the squad, because there's dividends to be paid up and all of this bullshit, yeah? But my point being is, that's not the mantra. The mantra is not to go get another 100 mil player, because they've already told us wages got to come down. Innit?
We're probably looking at someone like a Joe Bellingham, But
then that's what we're on, bro. And that's what we're on. And people need to understand, with them type signings, you are not seeing top 4 next season. So readjust your expectations. Yeah. If you sell Bruno, you get 100 mil. Don't expect to get Jude Bellingham come through the door just because we got 100 million now. You see where I'm coming from? Like, you've got people actually need to understand what we're doing. Like, if it's a rebuild, yes, it will be like up and coming youths. It will be what Højlund was looking like he was going to be, but actually turns into being like the real version of himself. It'll be them type players where they've done a bit. They haven't got massive CVs behind them, but they've Euro. Lenny Euro is a perfect one. He's a perfect one. Like, overpriced for his age, but the talent's there. Can't replace Bruno with a kid. You have to replace Bruno with a kid.
You have to. This was about to get out. That's why I left the comment up there, yeah, because what do you think is going to happen? What do you actually think is going to happen? I mean, if we're getting Buemo, then I guess he's not a kid in it, but that's not a direct Bruno replacement.
No, it's not, because he doesn't put up Bruno numbers. And this is people like, who's this? Obs, yeah? Obs. You tell me then who you're going to go replace for Bruno with, and then we'll go look at how much that person's going to cost. We'll look at the wage. Because that's why what you're saying is the reverse. You can't go replace Bruno in this squad with a like for like. Because we ain't going to pay the wages. We ain't got the pulling power. The list goes on and on and on. So you have to replace him with a kid. And you are going to have to replace him, whether it be because you got old and gave up, or because you were smart and cashed out on him at the right time.
Real talk. Hey, do you know what? Stay there. I'm going to get through the other callers, and then I'm going to bring you back, yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Brian Harkin. Well, go on, bro.
Yo, it's been a while. Can you hear me?
What I said? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
I'm in Jamaican vibes right now, bro, because Jamaica's playing tomorrow. You get me?
Fair enough, man. Yeah.
We have to make money. Jamaica have to give them some lick. Lick it up. Anyway, sorry.
Get out.
Lick him up, boy. Anyway. So basically, Nigeria played Jamaica tomorrow. Who you supporting?
Draw. I'll go a draw.
Brian, goodbye. Just, it was kind of, I don't want to hear the blood clot draw. Come back, Brian. Come back. You're still getting booed. I'm leaving it there. Okay, stop. All right, listen, talk to me then. Let's get back to the matter at hand. Let's talk Bruno Fernandes. What are you saying? Would you take 80 million for him, or you ask?
Not 80. Not 80. 100, 120, 110. Yeah, right. They offered 75 million for Matoma in the summer, or in January, right? Is Bruno Fernandes worth 5 more million than Matoma? For me, right?
Hell no.
No, right.
No.
The thing is, he's 30 years old. He's a depreciation asset, right? We ended up 15th last year with him, right? We need a squad rebuild. He is the replacement for Champions League money, right? Selling Bruno Fernandes is our replacement for Champions League money. Now, here's the thing. If we made the Champions League and we sold Bruno, that's an extra 100 million on top of Champions League money. This is a replacement for Champions League money, right? So well, right, you get Sancho, Garnacho, maybe sold off. You get maybe Marcus, hopefully. You get 6-7 more players sold off. Maybe might make 200 million, 220, 30 million, with the Bruno sale.
Yeah.
Right. Then it comes a squad rebuild, and from there, that's difficult because there's so many holes in this team prior to Bruno leaving that
I get you.
Like we need a new goalkeeper. I think we definitely need central midfielders.
So do you think we're just adding to our problems then? The way you just described it sounds like we're just adding to our problems if we get rid of Bruno Fernandes. That's what I've heard since listening to you. Am I getting it wrong?
Well, yeah, we are adding to our problems, but if we don't sell Bruno, where's the money come for the squad rebuild? Because any player we sell beyond this here is Champions League money. Right? If we do not sell Bruno, we sell Sancho 25 million, right? We sell Garnacho 40 million, right? Like that's Champions League money. So that's making up for Champions League money. So we have to sell Bruno and those other players to start a squad rebuild. And that's the reality we're in, and it's absolutely shit. This club has been but this club has been run, diabolical over the last 10, 15, 20 years. And Manchester United should not be in any place like this whatsoever. The fact that we are tells you everything, we need to know about the Glazers. Ineos is coming in
to spend that money.
Well, yeah, right. Well, as I said, we need a new goalkeeper. We had to get rid of Vanana first before we bring in a new goalkeeper. Who's going to spend top dollar on him? Well, we spent 55 million on him, 60 million. What are we going to recruit? Maybe 25 million if we're lucky with his performances this season.
He's been terrible.
Right?
Some of them helps us though, just to get people off the books, innit? Because it's also salaries that you got to think about as well. And also, once I think they were saying that, once a person's played a certain amount of, so like say if he was worth 60, you bought him for a 4-year contract, whatever, yeah, and then next year he's going to be worth like 40 on a 3-year. So on a 3-year contract, next year he'll be worth 40. The next year he'll be worth 20. Do you know what I mean? That's the kind of thing it kind of works like. So in that respect, we won't lose too much money on him. I mean, we'll lose a bit. No. But I think it's more important to get him out. It's more important to get him. So there's certain people that I think it's more important to get out than to recoup money for them. Yeah, because it will help get rid of the bad atmosphere and the distrust within the team. There's certain people like number one, Onana, Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
Who else?
I've lost any. I would get rid of Shaw. Lindelof, I think's gone. Rashford, Sancho, Garnacho. I like Garnacho, but his attitude, is not there, right? I like him as a player. If we could just ban him from shooting.
He'd be great. But let me ask you this question before you go. Let me ask you this question before you go, yeah? KG the Chameleon says, would you sell Mainu? He's meant to say Mainu.
I think we have to keep him first season, see how he does, but I don't know, right? It's that one. I don't know.
Stay there. KG the Chameleon, I'm live on your channel, mate. Hello? And he's reconnecting. Look at this guy. With the beep. I'm live on your channel, mate. Live. Yeah. How you doing?
What's going on?
What do you mean what's going on? I'm live, bro.
You done the show already?
I'm live.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Bro, everybody can hear you. You know this, yeah?
Hear me proper.
Everybody can hear you, yeah? This guy. Look at this with the reconnected chair. I don't know where he is, but he obviously has terrible connection. Call me back. This guy. Have you done the show? Have you done the show, bro? I'm live doing the show right now. Anyway, let me get to the next caller. Why are you here? Do you know? 1 second. Why are you here, Solomon?
Listen. This man, calm down. You are coming. I told you I was coming to meet you in the final. You are telling me story. You are in the final. I'm giving you 4-0. 4. I'm giving you 4. What do you mean? We are not coming here to sing, bro. We're not coming here to sing. We play football.
He's banned. Hold on. Shut up, bro. Shut up. Do you know what? Peter is here. Pav is here. Hey, talk to this guy. What? Why is he banned?
I've done my forfeit, Mute him for a second, please.
Go on.
All right, so on Wednesday, after the Chelsea game, he was supposed to turn up to the channel and eat that chili that we asked KG and Uncle to sort him out with, yeah? So this man said that he'd done it himself prior, with no proof. Apparently he's done it without anyone being there present, and apparently recorded it on his own channel. What channel? Did you not hear the stipulation? You were meant to. He was meant to do it on this channel live.
He recorded it with no sound. I don't believe him.
Who said to you to do it on your own? Do it off channel. We told you live on KG's channel after the Chelsea game.
And not only that, I'm going to unmute him as well because you're not only that, because this criminal, he actually messaged me and asked me, like he wasn't too confident with his internet connection and that and camera quality. So he was like, "Can I pre-record it?" I was like, "Hold on, let me speak to KG first." My man just went ahead and done it, bro. Solomon, you're unmuted now. Why did you do that?
Okay, now wait, hold on. Okay, all right. Let's correct this now. Let's get it right. My internet connection is bad. So what do you guys want me to do? I might not be able to do it live on the channel. So
but you did it. But hold on. But you did it live on your channel. 1 second. That makes no sense though, Solomon. Because I thought you was going to record something and then send it to me. What you did was record it on your channel.
Okay, hold on.
No. Doesn't that take internet to record something on your channel, bro? You did it live on your channel, so that would have been your internet anyway. That don't make no sense.
Brother, why was your internet fine when you were twerking for Spurs and when you were twerking for Arsenal winning the Champions League? It seemed pretty fine then.
Pav, calm down. You know the way it is. I'm not the internet provider. It happens that way.
Why are you lying, bro?
I'm serious.
Why are you lying?
Shut up. No, shut up.
Joe, remember what KG said? Anyone who don't fulfill their obligations to money being paid, debt collection, forfeits, you're banned.
You're banned.
You have to take a stand, bro.
He's not banned yet. He's not banned yet, though. Did he say he was going to do it? When did he say he was going to do it?
He said he was going to do it Wednesday at the Chelsea game, at the end of the Chelsea game.
All right, let me speak to him. Look. I know that you recorded it on your channel, but you know the stipulations of the channel. How did it feel, by the way? Because I saw some of it. How did it feel? Was it hot? Do you think you could do another one, Solomon?
Actually, I can't. I don't know how easy it's going to be for me, but I don't have a choice now. But honestly, I really want to do this thing and get it over with. Peter, let me do this. See, I might not be able to. Okay, you know what happened? Let me do the recording and then send it to Joe.
No. Because you know what? I tell you what. No. Because you know what you did? You did it live on your channel, right? You did it live on your channel. You just your microphone messed up. Yeah. Bro, if you can do it live on your channel, you can do it live on our channel.
He ate the bell pepper, bro.
Even if we have to watch you in 2D doing it, brother, you're doing it on this channel.
Even if it's pixelated as fuck. Yeah, I don't care if it could be Minecraft settings. We want to see that pixelated pepper, bro. We want to see the pixelated pepper.
So when would I be able to get a challenge? The point is that number one, there are two things I need to consider when I want to do that, and that is, the lighting and the rest of them. It has to be in the day, and I'll be able to, and the network. And you will not tell me I've not mentioned it. I've mentioned it that the network will be bad, might be bad, and the lightning.
That's
So if
fine.
you're fine by
That's
you,
fine.
any daytime you want it, no problem.
Joe, are there
No
any
problem.
evening shows this week?
What day is it today? It's Friday already.
No Good, Bad, Ugly. No. What?
It'd be Good, Bad, and Ugly. Good, Bad, and Ugly on the weekend.
Yeah,
Actually,
Solomon, is that fine with you? Good, Bad, and Ugly in the evening.
Hey,
Solomon.
I just told you the only issue I'll be having is power. If there is no lightning, I won't be able to get it done. So that's why.
What time of day is good for you? What time of day is good for you? Is the morning show is good for you?
What
is
you
the
say?
morning show actually good for you?
Didn't get you.
Is the
What
morning
time
show
of day?
good for you to do it? Oh, look who pulled up.
In the day will be fine.
Walk on.
All right, so we're talking to Solomon right now about doing his forfeit.
Solomon said, I don't know what to say about Solomon. I don't want to swear so early in the morning. And I don't want to get my Bruno feelings. But Solomon was meant to do his thing on what, Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday night
Wednesday.
after Chelsea game.
And do you know what
And
this
I
clown
haven't seen
did?
him. What
You know what he did? He went and recorded it on his own channel. I've seen it.
No.
But that's not tell him. He's about to do 2 peppers, right?
Yeah, 2 peppers.
Absolutely.
This is your
Because we
fault,
didn't agree. When Dylan asked to do it, he called me, said, "Hey, can I do it on my channel, please? It'll be great. I'm trying to get to it." He told me the subscriber count he's trying to get to. I said, you know what? We can do that. And it was all arranged. There was a community post. Did Solomon do that? Do you remember a community post, Joe?
No,
You know what,
no.
Joe?
KG?
Does anyone remember that?
KG? I'll tell you exactly what Solomon did, yeah? He actually called me, and said, can I do a pre-recorded? And the next thing I see, he's doing a live on his channel because he said that he couldn't do a live because there's pixelation and that. My man has went and done it live anyway.
Nah.
Okay, no problem. I'm ready to do now. Hold on. I'm ready to it's not about me not doing it. I will do the forfeit.
Hold on.
I'm not saying I'm not going to do it.
Have you got the pepper?
I have the pepper. I have the pepper with me. It's in my house. I bought a bunch. I bought a couple of it when I was about doing that one. I bought it at home.
Are you ready?
So I have it.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. But the problem has been I have to watch my timing properly because of the lightning and because of the
Just hurry up. Just
network.
hurry up and get the pepper. Get the pepper right now. Get the pepper.
Get it right now, bro.
What kind of
Don't waste my time, bro. Don't
Did
waste
he
my
just say
time, bro.
lighting or lightning?
Lightning.
Yo, KG.
Hey, did anyone see the Knicks yesterday?
Yeah.
Hello?
Not my conversation. not my conversation. No.
Did
Hold on,
anyone
let me bring
see
Wedges
the
into this. I'll bring in Wedges. Yeah, Wedges here.
No, wait, I want to talk about Bruno. I want to talk about Bruno, though. I want to talk about Bruno. I would love to talk about Bruno.
Let's go. We've got a little team here.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. How many people are in the chat right now, by the way? And what's the likes and subscribe saying?
Let's check. So we've got 127 people watching at this current moment in time. And
Wicked.
The
And
lights
likes?
are on. The lights on. 99 likes. Hey, somebody hit the like button, please.
Nah.
No, they
We got
hate
101
me.
likes.
You got 100 how many?
101. We got 131
Look at the ratio for you, Joe Blackman.
What do you mean?
No, they hate me. I know.
No,
because that's great. They hate me personal. Now it's personal. I be doing shows here, and the ratio's not like that. That's disgrace. No,
Wow, Joe's got more respect on this channel than the owner.
Because KG,
that's what I'm saying.
I don't think the Ghanaians like you, fam. There's a whole bunch of Ghanaians here, bro. You don't like.
Oh, I can't do nothing about Ghana. I can't have Ghana.
See, okay, Ghanaians are Ghanaians.
You what you say? I know. KG.
All right, you see the way this guy's doing.
All right, wait. Let's get.
We're going to teach Jamaica, bro. No, but yeah, we are going to get to work. Courts is here. Coley's here. I am here. Let's talk Jamaica versus Nigeria, bro. What are you saying?
You're getting slubbed. You understand that, don't you?
All right, because you might have been doing much.
We'll get to that, Joe. Are you?
Say that again.
Tomorrow.
I'm working on it. Same way that you're working on it, to be honest.
If you can't go, we're doing
We
a
are
watch along.
slapping Jamaica, Hopo.
If you
We
can't
are
go,
slapping
hey,
you guys
if you
off.
can't go, we're doing a watch along.
100%. 100%. Do you
We're
know, let me
gonna
get rid of
cook
this.
Jamaica. Jamaica getting cooked.
Bro, shut up, bro. Yeah. Anyway, let me bring that. We'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, let's just have this discussion now. Yeah, you're still here. Let's have the Man United discussion, and we'll talk about
Bruno.
Jamaica afterwards.
Let's have the Bruno discussion. It's very important. I'm gonna make a special video anyway, but I'm telling you now, yeah. You see these Ineos
And I don't
pricks.
think
You
you're
see
connected anymore.
should I call you? Should I phone you? Should I phone you?
He's on the road. He shouldn't even be driving and talking. Let me bring the doctor.
We could hear him fine.
Did Solomon just dip? Did Solomon just dip?
Now he's calling me. Yo, KG. Say words, bro. He's muted. This guy's muted himself. Look at this. Can everybody hear KG?
No, we can hear. We can hear.
Yeah, we
Oh, hold on.
You can hear.
My thing connected. Oh, shame.
And you're cussing everyone
Look at
else.
these uncles,
Shame on
man.
you, bro. Shame on you, fam.
Bro rebranded and you can't even connect to the thing properly.
You guys talk to each other.
You would think they'll do
right.
they'll do test runs, innit?
Right now. Go.
I know, like big YouTubers out here and just struggling on the mains.
So disappointed.
Brother,
This is
setting up
the
streams.
same guy that couldn't remember the usual YouTubers when he was talking about YouTube.
Yeah, oh yeah, because you know Joe's big time now. Joe's big time. He don't care about those little YouTubers, like in his words, these smaller YouTubers anymore. Joe's big time.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Hold on. What did I walk back into? What did I walk back into? I couldn't hear.
Wait, what? You did what?
I said,
what?
No, let me talk. So when Joe goes, when Stretford Post called in, Joe goes, I've never had a YouTuber call into my show. Like Abs don't call in all the time.
That was ages ago, bro. And I fixed that. If you acted like that was yesterday,
Bro, semantics. It's still fresh in my memory.
Well, get over it then, bro. Stop being a little, you know what, and get over it, bro.
You lot getting distracted. Can we do the?
KG,
Can we do
we
this?
can hear you.
Bruno?
Can we do the Bruno talk? Yeah, let's get on with it, man.
Hey, shut up, courts about it. Look at these YouTubers. Move.
Can we focus? No, you're derailing my show, KG. KG, can you please get back to the matter at hand?
I'm not derailing your show.
We're talking about Bruno. We're talking Bruno now, bro.
KG, land your point, man.
I've been waiting so long to land my point, but courts has been trying shit. All right, so here's my point. Yeah. You see these Ineos bastards, yeah.
Well, that was the end of him.
No, you haven't done that. You haven't done that. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What is actually wrong with you?
How's it feel?
This guy, bro.
Joe's about to get his first strike from his boss.
He's gonna get a nice warning letter.
There's gonna be a HR email.
Brother. Listen, my man is Nigerian. There will be no HR. There will be no emails. There will be a withhold of wages. Yeah, and you have to talk to him. You understand? Raw.
KG, he's still there. Oh, yeah, he hung up. He's calling me again.
Yeah, now he wants to talk to you personally. He wants to at you personally.
Pardon?
You got 5 minutes of technical issues. Man doesn't do that.
Oh my
God! Hold on, guys, shush. Hold on. Say that again, KG.
You on drugs? Like when I talk to Yo-Yo, we all understand what we're dealing with. Have you started drugs?
Go back into the show, bro. Go back into the show, bro.
Oh, now I'm just waiting for him to land his Bruno point.
I wanted to hear it as well, like.
Oh, so sorry. No, listen, yeah. How many times has he done that to one of you, though? How many times? Don't pretend like you wanted to do it, yeah?
Abs took that person. Abs is like, yeah, I've seen that play before.
Are you there now, KG?
I am here. Can you hear me?
KG?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Joe, first warning. Joe, I want to make that official as well. I don't know if Yo-Yo's in the chat. But Joe, don't check LinkedIn. If you see I'm in your friend number 2, don't check LinkedIn today, bro. Bro, this is how this paid employee, bro.
It's a good thing I went to that seminar. It's a good thing I went to that seminar yesterday.
Bro. Anyway.
Preem's gonna DM KG straight away.
Yeah, what's Preem? What's Preem now? Is KG even there still? KG, are you still
Bruno points. KG, what's going on?
Oh, he's cut off, hasn't he?
He's cut off.
Say, Joe, this is your fault, man.
Don't even say.
I wish I could cut you off, Joe.
One word.
Honestly,
well, you can't. The power to. Well, you can't. And you can't. So just can we keep talking now, please? So the only person that can cut me off is KG.
I'll tell you.
Who's not giving their point on? I think Waj and Abs haven't said anything about Bruno.
All right, go, Waj. You go first.
No. Abs, after you go on.
All right. Well, life is hard, isn't it? And we broke, so man has to be sold. And I hate it because someone put his numbers on, and I think for about 5 years in a row, he's been doing 20 GA easily. Right? And I think I'm even being nice. I think there's 30s in there too. So
yeah,
it's massive. And then we got to think, if you can't replace the goals and the assists, you have to make the team more solid somehow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he was 19 and 19 this season. He was 19 goals, 19 assists this season.
And this is our worst season since Alex Ferguson did 15 years, many years ago, right? So yeah, you've got to find a way to replace the goals and assists. I thought that's what the plan was when they were going for Mbermo and they got Cunha and they were going for Delat. I think that's what they were trying to do. But obviously the Mbermo thing, I think it's up in the air now. So yeah, if you can't replace the goals and things, you got to make our team more solid. So if you do get him, got to get midfielders. Got to get capable midfielders. Because Ugarte and Casemiro ain't going to be enough. Collier seems to be injured all the time. Eriksen's gone. So yeah, we got to get capable midfielders. And unfortunately, Mainu doesn't count as a capable midfielder at the moment because he needs more energy and running. He needs more running to be added to his game. So yeah. As I said previously, welcome to a rebuild, lads. It's going to be a tough one. There's no curtains of European football and money to save us. We've got to do this the hard way now. So yeah, I'll leave
my
it
last
at
attempt. Am I in?
Oh, guys,
hold on. We can hear you.
One more time.
It's my last attempt before I try to go through this black hole tunnel. Anyway, quickly on this, yeah? You see these Ineos guys? Total dickheads, total pricks. These men said they're putting Manchester back in Manchester, some bullshit like that, yeah? Right now, got rid of staff. Trying to talk about selling the kids. They've done a strategic review for no reason. Kept the same manager, only went and sacked him. Brought in a director of football they chased for years, months. Brought him in, got rid of him in a short space of time. We're our lowest Premier League finish ever. Now we're selling all our assets. And they said that we're going to compete for titles in the next 2 to 3 years. How? What are they talking about? These men have no idea, no plan. They're just from Britain. That's it. That's all they got on their side is, he's a local. This guy don't give a shit about his club. They made it worse. Them lot, they have to be
I can't do a line back.
The line is not
Let him
great,
finish,
but
though.
I think everyone understands.
You guys. No, I was hearing that. Why did anybody speak for?
Nah,
KG,
it's all fuzzy. It's all like Rice Krispies to us, bro.
Rice Krispies, brother.
He's basically repeating what I've said time for time, bro. Like the crap that's happening at this club. Not even that, bro. These men are trying to get rid of long-term season ticket holders, kicking them out of their seats. Family of 10 kicking them out of their seats. This is what the club come to, bro.
KG, you still there?
No, I think he's gone.
Nah, he's gone, bro.
He did say he was going to the Blackwall Tunnel, innit? So he's probably lost signal.
Yeah. I mean, guys, when Ineos were
wait,
taking over,
the thing I want just quick.
Everyone warned
It's
you
true.
about the
Just
England first, bro. So
Abs, to piggyback off what you said about Bruno, also it's his availability. The brother's always fit. Like,
yeah.
like all the players you named, you like even Maino's had a few injuries. Like we can't really rely on Mount. Like these players are always in and out of the squad. Bruno, he'd be in a walking boot, but still have 2 days later still be fit for the game. That you can't really replace that level of availability.
But of course, we all say that we're going to suffer a major casualty anyway in terms of somebody
Oh
prolific
no,
going.
I was
So
saying earlier
we
that I
shouldn't be
would sell
surprised.
Bruno. Oh no, I said earlier I'd sell Bruno. I was just saying when you're thinking about how we replace him, one of the things, like yes, he's GA and all that, but his actual just availability is out of this world. Like the brother's never
Of course,
injured.
he shouldn't be the one going. He shouldn't be the one going. It should be the likes of a Mason Mount, nearly 65 mil for no availability and stuff like that. But we're going to be stuck with
Who's
these
gonna
players.
buy him though? Who's gonna buy
I
Mason
Well, that's what I
Mount?
mean. We're going to be stuck. We're going to be stuck
Hold
with these scrubs.
on. 1 second, everybody. I want to hear what Rajit has to say. I don't know about everybody else, but I want to hear what Rajit has to say.
Oh, crash
Rajit,
out
could you
thinking.
please
Oh no,
tell me?
nah, Abs, no crash out. I'm chilling in Turkey. I'm good, man.
Enjoying street life.
Nah, the thing is, with Ineos, bro, I was the first person to say I don't want to do the whole "I told you so" thing. But here we are a year late. Here we are a year later. Everyone's like, as long as the Glazers don't have power, who cares who comes in next? Well, people got what they wanted, didn't they? The Glazers don't have football control. This is what everyone wanted, right? We're still having the same leaks or the same people feeding the media information about transfers and Bruno and all sorts and stuff. Why else do we know that apparently Bruno's happy to speak to Al Hilal? Bruno and his representatives haven't come out and said that. It's the club making out that he's happy to go, but so no one's talking about all them leaks and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, this is what happens when you miss European football, isn't it? Like we don't have money. We need money. That is by far and away, the most profitable asset we have at the club. But he's got to go for a minimum. He has to go for 100. Like people saying 80, whatever. You have to think of what you're going to replace Bruno with. 80 is not enough. You need 100 because it's not just about the GA, like people said, and the leadership and his availability, right? It's who are the people you are going to bring in afterwards for the rebuild, for the replacement. What does 80 million get you? One, potentially two players. 100 mil gets you two players.
Erasmus Hoyland, bro.
that's what I'm saying. Like people want so the whole focus on Premier League proven, for example, Mateta and Mbuemo. Bro, that's 100, 110 M's. 80 M's gets you one, and then you're on Klarna for the other. He has to go. If he's gonna go, he's got to go for 100. Personally,
But they splashed 62 and a half on Cunha, bro. Idiot.
Bro, the whole Cunha thing. I don't want Cunha here anyway. I think it's totally overpriced and overrated for someone who's had one good season. Just like Mbuemo, it's one good season, and we're paying 110 million, and that's my opinion on them too. All I know is we're replacing.
So who do you want? Who do you want?
Bro, what I want's not gonna happen, so it's pointless.
No.
Tell us who you want, man. Tell us who you want.
I don't get angry, bro. But yeah, please let me.
No. Tell us who you want, man.
Tell me what you want, bro.
Wait, who's getting angry? I'm not getting angry. Who's getting angry?
Not you. The guy that was saying, "Tell me what you want, bro." Go on.
It is pointless me saying who I'd like here because it's impossible.
No. You have to tell us who you want.
No, I don't have to. I don't have to tell anyone anything.
That's the problem. I know
it's like when the people say, "Well, who do you want as the next manager? You don't want this manager. What's your plan? Yeah, what's your plan for the next manager? No, this and that. It doesn't matter.
The kids.
It kind of does.
It doesn't because we form an opinion on the current manager.
The four signings I would like are Kenan Yildiz, Arda Güler, Franco Mastantuono, and Edison from Atalanta. That's the four signings I would want this summer. But none of those signings are happening. That's the summer I would want.
Yeah,
because they're young, they're cheap, they're under 25 thing that Ineos are going on about, and there's still more than enough potential there for all of them to grow. And if they don't work, you still sell them at a reasonable. You still sell them at a reasonable value.
All 4 of them are on the small side, though. Don't you think?
What's that? What's that? But you've asked me for the replacements. I've given you.
It's not small.
No, can't we critique what you want? What's wrong with critiquing what you want?
I've just said what I want.
Yeah, I'm critiquing it now. All right.
They're four technically gifted. They're four technically incredibly gifted players that can play in multiple positions, right? And I have seen the likes of Bernardo Silva, David Silva, Özil dominate this league. This whole physicality English Premier League bullshit. It is bullshit.
It's not bullshit because every team has it though.
Yorks and then wrap up. Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
So you've gone
The audio alienish. What's going on?
Go on, wrap up. Take over. Wrap up, take over.
Yeah, take over.
Yeah,
You sort out your phone and then come back.
Yeah, I'm just letting everybody know now that I'm deep in it now that Cunha is our marquee signing. Just letting everybody know now. Cunha is our marquee signing.
Possibly, yeah, probably.
I mean, probably, yeah. That goes without. I didn't think. Yeah. Okay. I thought that was fairly obvious.
People are getting so until we get these outgoings, I'm not getting excited.
Right. So look how you just crushed everybody's soul, bro. You crushed
No, but hang on, but Joe, who do you think we are getting as 15th place with no European football and stuff? Like when we heard Cunha for ages, who do you think was going to be the big R signing that's going to come? This whole we are Man United shit. It doesn't work.
Bro, from the lap turned us down, I knew that we wasn't getting any other like bigger signings because the lap ain't even a big signing.
Well, it's not like Cunha is happy to be here. We're giving him 200k a week. It's not like he's coming here for the name and stuff. 200k is still an obscene amount of money.
To be fair, that's the only thing we can do, though, isn't it? We are Manchester United in money terms. Yeah.
No, but Joe. So Joe, right? Then this is the cycle that I'd ranted about on Monday or whatever. We complain that players don't come here for the badge. So don't pay them the money. But now we're spending 5 installments on a guy on 200k a week who I think if we sell Bruno, he walks in and becomes our highest paid player by default. For what reason? For one season. So what do you guys want?
Hey, Wajid, they say that he's a United fan, that's why he's coming. But they don't want to talk about, obviously, for the money and that. But apparently, because he's coming, he's a United fan. He wants to be here. He's here for the badge. Everyone waffles, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Every player that comes here is coming here for the money. It's for the money. It always is.
Cunha's a good player, but it's not enough. That's my issue. I need to see more outgoings and more players.
The only thing I can see us doing there, and there is, don't get me wrong, because people can't say you can't buy from, relegation side teams and get a good deal and stuff like that, yeah, because I'm not being funny. The likes of Southampton got raided. Liverpool raided Southampton, and they built a good team out of it, yeah? So,
but Joe, look at the prices they paid and look at what we're paying.
Oh, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that we're paying the right prices or nothing like that. I wasn't even getting into the finances. You know me, I'm not the finance guy. I'm just saying.
I'm not even a finance guy. It's not even a finance thing. That's just basic schematics.
But people turn their nose up at these players, like say that we're better than them, when in actual fact, most of those players would heighten our ceiling at least.
So the problem is, we come in too late. They don't want to take the risk. Yeah, when they're doing half okay. It's when they've had a good season. Now we want to pounce in and pay double or triple the money. Yeah, just like the Caicedo thing, 5 mil. I don't want to take the chance. No. Yeah, and then he's going for 100 mil, and we're not involved.
We need Ralph back, bro. We need Ralph Ragnick back because Ralph Ragnick put us.
No, we don't. Let's definitely not do this.
Whoa! I wasn't saying as a coach, people. Shush, man. Stop saying no. You ain't even heard my sentence. I never said as a coach, bro. I said that he put us onto 6 players, yeah, who have come. Who was it again? There was that
Alvarez.
Alvarez. There was that guy that went to. Was it beginning with a Z? Yeah, it was playing in
Zidane
Germany.
Iqbal. Zidane Iqbal.
No. It's another player. He was.
Yeah, there was a couple of players that he said, and they've gone.
They've all gone and done things. All I'm
Obviously,
saying-
Benjamin Sesko was another one.
Yeah, but half of them had already signed pre-contracts with other people. Like Alvarez has already aligned at City when he was coming out and saying this is the revisionism. Three or four of those 6 players we mentioned.
I wanted Ralph to go upstairs.
No.
I always
But what I'm
wanted
saying
Ralph.
is this transfer market thing. 3 or 4 of those players had already signed pre-contracts with other teams. So it's not like they were coming. It's not like he could bring them in. They were already signed.
No, I'm not trying to say that. Okay, I think he might be missing my point. What I'm trying to say is we need someone with that kind of vision. Do you get what I'm saying? That kind of scouting nous to get them players when they're 5 mil. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that he would have definitely got those players in. Please, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying the mindset of the board up above. What we need now in order to build our team on a cheap is someone like Ralph. He's got the vision in terms of player profiles. At least he does. He pointed out some very good players that all went to places and done stuff. That's all I'm saying.
I disagree. Personally,
Okay, fair
I'm
enough.
not gonna lie. I actually think Ralph's we're gonna call it talent ID for now was actually very good. And if he was upstairs trying to get them before they became a name, then anything's better than what we have now. Because what we have now is whoever decided that Højlund was going to be a good striker. Who the fuck decided that? Sorry,
that's because he was under SEG's banner. That's different.
Right, and then the genius after that decided to pick someone that scored less goals than him in Xerxes. Like this, what we have now is useless. And let's be honest, De Ligt and Mazraoui, especially Mazraoui, was more of a package deal because Mazraoui, Bayern were trying to get rid of him. I don't think they went out their way to scout him and said, "Oh, we want him." I think it was an opportunity situation, probably with De Ligt as well.
We should always have a prolific goal scorer in a team, and then whoever you bring in to be the understudy, are the likes of that Xerxes or Højlund that you can get rid of quick if they're not doing that in the time that's given to them. When they do come on the pitch. But the fact that we put our trust in nobodies, and expect them to become that prolific goal scorer, brother, this club is stupid. I will never forgive Ten Hag for what he's done with that 700 million. Never. I pray for his downfall every day, bro.
That goes without saying. And what's frustrating for me is
that's sad.
And I think this was talked about on my show as well. Kuda mentioned it. He said what he doesn't like is listening to Man United fans who are now in 15th talking down players that will clearly make the team better. Whether you believe they're not worth the money we're paying, Cunha will make us better. He's had 2 seasons of playing well in the Prem. Mbeumo has had 3 seasons of playing well in the Prem. Now, what you might decide is, you might think we need world-class numbers. You're right. This is the first time he's gone past 20 GA. But he's done 16 in 27 games, which was last season. The season before that, he did, I think he did 16 again. And that time he was playing as a right winger, not what he was doing this season, which is more of a striker. False striker, right? So I don't understand how this guy's all of a sudden turned rubbish because we're interested in it. And I'm talking about Mbeumo. Cunha is a slightly different. Makes our team better because if we don't get him, and again, thank God he's already had a season in the Prem, so we don't have to give him adjustment time. If we don't get him, who are we left with? Ahmad and Garnacho.
No, Garnacho has to go, man. He's
the Garnacho thing's up in the air, isn't it? Depending on.
Now it's up in the air.
Did you not see Ruben laughing yesterday when they kept asking Ahmad in that conference that they did about Garnacho? Did you not see Ruben just like?
It's not really about Ruben now, though, isn't it? It's about who's going to buy him and what value they're going to give us for it. Because I genuinely think that might be the problem. I think
100% he goes. Like I said, even if it's for like 40, you have to put on a sell-on clause or add-on. You have to.
I think he will.
If you're not going to get the big bucks from him, you have to put a major sell-on clause.
Yeah. So I mean, we got to see. And the only thing I was going to add to the Bruno conversation I had before is, I don't like when we sell our best asset first and then struggle to sell others, right? I have a problem with that because it was easy for us to sell McTominay, but we had to hold on to other players for longer. Then McTominay is going to do well because he was someone that we could have used. Now, if we sell Bruno, but we still have Mount, Luke Shaw, Rashford hasn't been sold, Sancho hasn't been sold, so we're probably going to have to loan them out again and pay for their wages. Now we're in trouble.
Should I tell you something? You know what I fear? I've seen Ruben and Mount, man. They're too close, bro. I fear that he's gonna give him the fucking captaincy, bro. I'm looking at them too. I'm like, brother.
I'll be
what
honest.
is this?
He gives him the captaincy.
If he gives him the captaincy, brother.
Mount is his voice out, man. Clear.
Mount is not going to be on the field regularly next season again. Like, let's just call it what it is. He's given us 2 seasons of us playing probably 25% of the games. I'm sorry, that's not going to change. It's
The guy who put that in the comment, he's not fit enough to be captain. Reece James is the captain of Chelsea.
Yeah,
bro.
It's
Mount
just that
won't
Enzo
be captain of
Fernandez
United,
was.
please.
I can see that happening.
I can see it
I can see
happening.
that happening. Oh my God! Why did
but he has to-
bro?
he-
Number
in that
7 and the
situation-
I didn't want to even
Wow.
say it, but I can see it happening.
Yeah,
No
the thing is, you're not
way.
wrong because he's too pally with him. I noticed that from the moment he came back to being fit. But realistically,
I'd rather give it to Dalot. I'd rather give it to Dalot or Maguire.
He has to give it back to Maguire.
True.
He has to give it back to
Dalot's
Maguire.
Dalot and Maguire. Dalot's usually available, and he obviously trusts him as well, isn't it? Yeah.
Obrigado attacks.
In a twisted way, I can see why Reece James is Chelsea's captain. He's the only player that's actually there. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's actually connected to the club. I think everyone else is new, pretty much.
With that team, I don't
see
know
that.
anymore.
But
Who's been there for a long
Mount
time.
doesn't get that. Mount doesn't get that leeway, man. Please, he needs to go anyway. Like him and Shaw need to be gone. But yeah, anyway,
top of the list and Rashford. But you know, guys, listen. With that being said, the Manchester United match is almost getting ready to start soon. So
tune into YouTube, guys, so Man United can scam you into thinking they're showing the stream for free again.
If you haven't paid for the subscription on the app, then I don't know why you're complaining. Just pay for the $29 a year.
Pay what?
I'm not doing
What are you doing, man? Why are you trying to get people to subscribe to that crap, man? Move, man.
Drop a bomb.
Back with a vengeance. KG's back with an entrance. Big up to those in attendance.
Look at that.
Reds come together like Tetris. No rules, this one's reckless. KG, this one's crazy.
You're too lucky that.
None can compare with the KG Don. Better take cover when he drops that. Going on reckless, just it's on. It's that time when he drops that.
I said drop a bomb, Dad.